Hello, good afternoon, and this is Dr. Pooja with another session on your science concepts. All right, so today's topic that I picked for you is important concepts in science. So let's talk about them, let's discuss them in greater details. They are going to help you with your exams, as I said, I have picked the most important concepts in science. All right. So, before we get into the details of the same, let me tell you a couple of things about the same and about Unacademy's um, subscription plus subscription that you can go for. So, at Unacademy, yes, of course, you can enjoy the plus subscription and with extra 10% discount, which is applicable only till 28th of February. After that, it's gonna change, so this is the right time. You can go ahead and avail flat 10% off on Unacademy's plus subscriptions. Before I get into the details, here are a little bit introduction about myself. My name is Dr. Pooja Sharma, and I'm your science educator on Unacademy. I teach you guys physics, chemistry, and biology, all these subjects. And I myself have done PhD in biotechnology, and I was a scientist in United States. So I worked there for 8 years, and I have gained enough experience to help you guys with your science understanding. Okay, and apart from that, I'm also a fitness coach. I have taken multiple classes on health and fitness for you guys, so that along with your academics you can also stay healthy and fit. So that is another thing that I wanted to tell you guys. Okay, next is quickly, hold on. Yes, now I wanted to talk about a new feature which is active on Unacademy, and that is Ask Doubt. As we know, as we prepare for the exams or we are preparing for the tests and everything, we have a couple of doubts in our mind, and we want someone to answer those questions for us, answer those queries for us. But where to ask them from? What is the platform where we can raise our doubts, our questions? So Unacademy has solved it for you guys, because now at Unacademy we have this ask a doubt feature. So whenever you have questions, you can ask us at Unacademy. But how do we do that? That is what I'm gonna walk you through. So the very first point is, you can ask as many questions as possible, as many questions as you have. So there is no limit to the same under your subscription. So it is unlimited doubts that you guys can ask us. Ask doubts at any time. It is like 24/7. We are available to you, answer your questions. And how do we answer your queries? That makes most important feature. We send you a very high quality video, okay, so that it is not written as a PDF, or it is not in the form of notes, but you get high quality videos from our site, that too in English and Hindi languages. All right, so that is the point about how do you get the answers to your questions. Next important thing that I wanted to discuss is, it's not like you get a very generalized answer to your queries. Every time you ask a question, you get exact matches for the questions. Okay, you receive exact answers to your queries. Apart from that, you receive instant and accurate solutions. Does not matter how many questions you have asked, you can get multiple answers, multiple time answers for any questions you have raised. You also get assistance with your homework at Unacademy. So here's a little clip that will show you how this ask a doubt thing works. Okay, so first of all, you just have to click on the ask a question tab. I'm sorry, yes, ask a question tab. That should be your step number 1. Second is what you do, you have to take a picture, or you can choose it from the gallery. Okay, so once you take a picture, once you choose it from the gallery, that is the second major step. And in the third step, you click on the section where your question lies. Here you go. Step 4 is you highlight that particular question that you have, right? You highlight that section. So, and once you do that, you just choose which subject it is: physics, chemistry, biology, or is it math? Because right now we have this feature for science or for mathematics, but moving forward we'll have it for multiple subjects. All right, then we have for you, then what you do, you just send it over to us and you receive the question answer to it. Okay, so here are other features, or see other features of Unacademy that we have here. So these are like similarly you have all the educators are there from all over India. Where is my cursor? Oh, it's not moving, sorry. Okay, so you have hello Nitin Patel. Am I audible now? So you have educators from all over India taking care of your subjects, and you learn live from the comfort of your home. You just need internet connection and you need just the electronic device. You have unlimited access to all the lectures that we have for you. Regular doubt clearing sessions will be there. Definitely we will cover your syllabus, and mentorship and guidance you get from our trained educators. Hello Nitin, yeah, ask me questions if you have any. Study material in the form of PDF. You have practice sessions, live test series, batch courses that we have for you. So new batches, they start every Monday. So if you are planning to take plus, go ahead and do it, because tomorrow is Monday and today is 28th, and as I said, it's going to end on 28th of Feb. You will not be able to get the 10% discount. That is till today only. Okay. Here is how the pricing thing works. You have an Unacademy subscription, simple, plus subscription, and iconic subscription is there. So I will tell you what is the difference between these two. So it could be a 1 month and for a month, which is like 4 years subscription. So here it is 3 years subscription. So whatever the price is, on top of this you can get 10% discount if you use my code PSLive10, that I would definitely encourage you to use. Here are the features of iconic subscription. So apart from all the basic features that I have mentioned about the normal subscription, the plus subscription, here are the features of iconic subscription, where you get personal mentor, get one-on-one guidance, you get live doubt solving sessions, weekly report will be generated, and on like how you have performed in the tests and in the quizzes, and then parents, they can connect with us so that we can clarify their doubts if they have any regarding your progress and performance. Very good afternoon to everybody. So you get study planner again for your progress tracking and to check how things are rolling for you. So here are Unacademy's iconic subscription pricing. You get 3 months up to 4 years, and whatever the price is, as I said, again 10% discount on top of all this. Okay, so what you have to do to get 10% discount, here is the code. Simply use this code, and this is only for February, and 28 Feb is today. Okay, so this is the time to you avail 10%. Apart from it, we have combat every Sunday in Hindi and English. You can be part of it to win scholarship worth crores. Revise-a-thon is a feature that we have on Unacademy on a regular basis. So you can try all these features and use this code if you want to try all these features for free. So my code is again PS Live 10. You get the app from Play Stores, App Stores on Apple. So that is it. So now we'll discuss about the important topics that I wanted to discuss in this session. So Mendel as the father of genetics, and we study Mendel's crosses, right, to understand the laws of inheritance. We all know father of genetics is Mendel, and he has worked on pea plants to give us knowledge about how the traits they go from one generation to the next generation. Okay, so now we know for every trait we have, alleles, like 2 copies of a particular trait, right? But how these things, these traits, they go from one generation to the next generation, that is super important to understand. Let me see if I have one sheet to explain that. Yes. So first of all, you have to understand what is genotype and what is phenotype. Genotype is the genetic makeup of anything. Phenotype is like the appearance, how it looks, right? The outer characters, the physical characteristics. So that is the major difference between genotype and phenotype. So what Mendel did, Mendel picked for the very first one, the very basic cross, I will explain to you, tall and dwarf plants, and he crossed them together. So this is tall and this is dwarf. And what kind of gametes this will form? All these will be there, right? Because they are homozygotic, means they have same kind of this gametes they are formed. When it is crossed, it will give you T and T. So this is parents, this is gametes, this is F1 generation. So F1 generation, or first filial generation, this will also form. And if you, let's say, cross it, self-pollinate it, self-cross it, I'm sorry, what will be the genetic makeup? T, and what will be the F2 generation? We get TT, we get TT and TT. This is by this. Alright, so this kind of cross is called monohybrid cross. Only one character we are studying. Sometimes, let's say, we are talking about more than one character. That is called dihybrid cross. That is where we talk about law of independent assortment, because all these genes, they travel independent of each other. They are not dependent what the gene 1 is doing. Okay, so let's I just showing you this slide. I just went back to the slide. So there is no intermediate height. It is not like tall plant was there and dwarf plant was there and this was intermediate. No, this was not there. This was all tall. Right? Plants were found in F1. All plants were tall. Only one parent strain was seen. Why only one parent trait was seen? Because that was dominant. That is what we call dominant, and other trait is called recessive. So F2 progeny is not all plants were tall. Only 20% of them were short. Among 4 plants, we have seen only 1 plant was short. So this is the 25th percentage. For inherit, this indicates that both the tallness and shortness traits were. It is not like in this plant only tall traits were inherited. Trait of shortness was also inherited, but it showed itself in F2 generation. Okay, so this is all about Mendel's process that we discussed in this chapter. Formation of rainbow. So that is another topic that I've picked for today's class. How the rainbow is formed. That is the dispersion of lights. The phenomena due to which the light splits into its component colors when it passes through a prism. So we have talked about, let's say, I'm so sorry, while drawing it just changes its direction. And we pass white light through it. It gets dispersed in, 7 colors, and that is right, a 7 color spectrum is formed, starting with violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, and red. But how do we see the rainbow? So again, let's say this is a raindrop, just like a prism. So this is prism, and this is, I would say, sunlight. So when sunlight, as it's shown in the picture, sun and raindrops, they have to be on the opposite side so that light can pass through the drop, and that's why it will show you the rainbow. When light is, as we know, the light is combined, the spectrum is a combination of 7 colors, right? When that white light enters at an angle in the raindrop, all the processes, they take place. Refraction, then total internal reflection, and then dispersion. All the processes, hello guys, hello, good evening. All the processes, they take place in the formation of rainbow due to the dispersion of sunlight by tiny drops of water suspended in air just after rain. From the figure, when the sunlight is incident on the side A of the drop light, it gets refracted, that is what I've just mentioned, as well as dispersed, and a total internal reflection happens. Okay, so that is the cause of the rainbow. So multiple type of questions will be there. You can get multiple choice questions which phenomena takes place when a rainbow is formed. You can get 3 marker, you can get 5 marker. So though this question seems very simple, but it is little elaborate. You have to do it. Explain that. Next is human digestion. So that is a very important question, right? We talk about all the processes. We take human digestion little lightly, but there are so many things involved in this process, in the digestion process. Why? Because important enzymes are involved. It's very important to remember these enzymes. Okay, why? Because food is made up of 3 major components: fats, carbs, and proteins. So these 3 major components of food, they get digested to glucose, amino acids, and fatty acids, lipids we call. How? Because these enzymes, they act on it. So now in this slide, let's quickly talk about what are the different digestive enzymes which are present in human digestive system. Salivary amylase, pepsin, trypsin, lipases, pancreatic amylases, and again lipases. Carbohydrates acted upon by salivary amylase in the mouth, which converts complex insoluble starch into simple sugar form that I just said over here, glucose, which can be used for energy production. The food with carbohydrate which is not digested in the mouth, and it is digested by amylases from the pancreas. So as the food travels the alimentary canal, it meets amylases from the pancreas again to digest remaining glucose. Second is fats. So we have bile from the liver. So liver is the largest, we can say, organ in human body. It has different lobes as well. It produces bile, but bile is stored in small organ called gallbladder, and gallbladder stores bile. What does bile do? Bile helps in digestion of fats. Okay. What does it do? It breaks big globules of fat into smaller ones and then acted upon by the lipases from pancreas. So here is a leaf-like structure, which is again, that is what we call pancreas. Don't get confused, this bile is not, this is just the production of by the liver, right? So pancreas, it releases certain enzymes which help in digestion of food. Then is your proteins are first digested by pepsin in stomach to form peptones. They're further digested by trypsin from pancreas. So again, protein digestion starts in the stomach and then further digested by enzymes from pancreas. The enzyme present in small intestine finally converts protein into amino acids, complex carbs into glucose, and fatty acids into fats into glycerols and fatty acids. Okay, so excuse me. So this is what is happening in human digestive process. So this was just to give you an idea. Next question is, what is a voltmeter and what is ammeter and how we use them? So this question I've taken from your chapter electricity. So voltmeter used to measure potential difference, ammeter used to measure electric current. That is what we know. Potential difference is V, current is I, V is equal to I into R. So we measure V with voltmeter, I with ammeter. Its resistance is very high. So voltmeter, because it's giving you the potential difference, it measures the potential difference, its own resistance is very high. So we have voltmeter in parallel. Why? Because you must have seen, like, let's say this is your resistance, and let's say, so we can have voltmeter over here. I'm sorry, this is series. Let me rub it off. Uh-oh. So when we have, let's say, so this is what we have voltmeter in parallel, because the current is flowing through the circuit. Different current is flowing through the circuit in the parallel circuit. But voltmeter, it has a very high resistance. So the ammeter, we connect ammeter in series. Reason being the resistance of the ammeter is very low. It does not interfere with the overall resistance of the system, and it measures current that is flowing through the system. Okay, so this is the super important point, because many times you will be asked this question, why the voltmeter is connected in parallel and why ammeter is connected in series. And here is the point, because its resistance is very high and its resistance is itself very low. Okay, Raj, so that was it, guys, for today. These were the questions that I've picked for you. So quickly I will just talk about what all questions I've taken, so that you can go back to this slide and to this presentation and check if anything interests you. First one I picked was Mendel's law of inheritance. Second was that I picked digestion of food. Third one was rainbow. What is the science behind rainbow? What all processes that take place through the rainbow? Then next, differences between voltmeter and ammeter. Okay, so these are the points that I've covered in this particular presentation. You can go ahead and check it out. And guys, that's it for today. And if you really want to use my code, that is PS Live. So this is live. I'm sorry. PS Live 10 for extra 10% discount. And do not forget to check Ask a Doubt feature on Unacademy, which is really cool. Okay, so with that, thank you so much. This was the last lecture on Unacademy that I had to deliver. You guys rock. Good luck. I wish you good luck for all your future ventures. Take care. Bye bye, and have an awesome day.